Hi everyone and welcome to this tutorial. In this episode we'll be looking at Enscape in Rhino. So we've just created a little basic house model here, and you've got your Enscape tools on the left. Under the Enscape tab we can tune, import materials. So for now we'll just import a material. We'll drag this up so you can see the import selection button underneath, and we'll do brick 3 for example, and just import selection and let it load. And on the left you can see a variety of different materials that you can pick from and go through, but for now I've pre-installed some materials to save some time. Next, what we want to do is find our walls or specific things we want to be that material. So we'll change our walls to the walls layer, roof to the roof layer. We'll select our glass, and put that to the window layer, and then our ground can also go on its ground layer. Now that's been done, we can start to set the materials. So if you go to the materials, click on default material, drop down, and we'll select brick 03, and in rendered view the materials will start to pop up. So we can just go through and change all our materials as so, repeating the process. And now that they've all been connected, we see the bricks are completely out of scale and don't look right. So what we can do is go to tune materials, find brick 03, click on its icon image, and we can change the texture transformation, and we'll just change it to 0.15, and you want to do that to both so it stays in unison. And you can see now already it's looking a lot smaller, but our roof tiles kind of look a bit too big. So again, we're just showing that process again, clicking on the image and changing the texture transformation. And we'll just make it a little bit small. You can also change the rotation if it's not rotated the way you want it to as well. So now that we've closed that, it's looking a bit better. We'll just click onto our assets layer. So when we select our assets, they'll be on that layer so we can hide it depending on what we need. Let this load, and now we'll click our person, click on the surface, and then click once more, and do that again with another person. And then we can also add some vegetation, and we can go through the tags once it loads, and we can find, by scrolling down, we can find trees, and that will just give us all the Enscape trees that are available to us. And so we'll just pick a few basic ones. We'll pick this apple tree, and maybe this Japanese black pine, and just one more. Why not? Just because. So you can see some different varieties. So once that's set up, you have live updates, and we'll just turn that off for now or on, and files views, and we'll start Enscape. It does take some time to load depending on your PC power. So what you want to do in this time is just simply let it load. You don't want to use any other programs or anything like that, and just let it load, because it can crash Enscape and then also crash your Rhino model. So you also want to making sure that you save. But now that's updated, you can see that our trees have been added in. You can see them there, and the people as well. And if we just go through some visual settings, so obviously our main one is outlines. Depending on what you're rendering and what your style is, you can have them on the max. It creates a nice thick black line. But for now, we'll just turn them off and set it to 0%. You can also change the style mode, so if you want it white, but we'll keep it in a rendered mode. And you have your render qualities at the bottom. If you go to image, we have other settings here, but the main one is shadows and how dark they are. But you can also go through the effects as well, atmospheres and the sky and the output, and we can change the background to something like urban if we turn off white background, but we'll leave that on. It's quite basic, and you might be better off using a Photoshop. And you can also change the time by using shift and right clicking and rotating your mouse and setting it to the specific time that you want. We'll do something like this for this example. If we go back to our Rhino model and we turn on live updates, and we copy and paste this tree, and we just drag it over there, and once that's in place, we can also set the view and set it to, actually we'll set it to northwest, And if we turn on synchronized views, and you can see that now that view is synchronized with Enscape and our other tree has been added in. If you go to screenshot, name and save your file, it will then render over time. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.